Hello and welcome back to another episode of the story playthrough for Sketchy Contract. So in between episodes I did a little bit of preparing, so we won't get anything like the disaster we had on Port Jurassic before, and we will head on to Port the Harris, where we will do a little bit of loot collecting, as well as hopefully be able to... Okay, we have decent conditions, so hopefully we'll also get the story fragment. See you then. Okay, so let's go. We'll already take this one, place it out here. We might be able to... Oh, but we have also these guys, right? Yeah, it's... It's fine, it's fine. We can collect them later, right? Around midnight. Okay. Hello. Hello there, little guy. I guess we will start do everything else, then lurker routes into the box. So there we can backstock a little bit on quota there. Hey there. Nice to see you. And we should also have a look on where some of these crates are. Okay. So right now we have a comfortable level to fight things, I guess. It's not that idiot safe, so we might die here and there to some unfortunate situations. But in the general overall scope of the game, we should be fine from now on. I knew I said this before. And then we... Oh, mines actually deal damage to the Toxie? Interesting. I knew I said this before, but I won't go onto a planet anymore where we don't have any mad gen whatsoever. It is for sure something interesting, challenge run, but... And I also complained first where Halo put in the whole match and auto revive thingy. I complained, oh, Sketchy Contract is getting too easy, right? and now, oh no, there's no match in it, so how should I play the game? Yeah, it is how it is. We just by now so comfortable around all these mechanics, like all this quality of life stuff, like the boombox healing and healing received increase and all those different things, that I sometimes forget that there used to be also different times. So yeah. It is how it is, I guess. It is how it is. I guess when we will encounter one match end thing again, I will try it, but I won't push for the tier 2 if it won't give me. So I think I will do it a little bit more patient. As I said before, should be a general approach in Sketchy Contract. To be just a little bit more patient on your journey, and everything will be just fine. Oop. This one we can get easily. And we already should be able to deal with those a little bit more comfortable. Also, Port Saharas is a planet I really like. Nice code there. Due to I have some really good memories about the first iteration of this map. And I really like that overall, sure, it is quite a different planet by now, with the rework from early access and stuff, but I think to the better. I think this is a really well redesigned planet. It has a similar feeling to it, but just improved, right? So yeah, I did one of the early maps for not in game here, but in the Discord and stuff, where we mapped out everything, so the layout and stuff, and see on the tier 2 things when they had lasers and stuff, which are the best routes to play, and it was quite an interesting time to be around. Okay, so do I want to do... I guess I want to do it. And go around collecting all these corpses. I think so. Pew pew. Oop. I really like that this area also is so open, so you really feel like in a deserty place where everything is also filled up with sand by the storms and stuff and run down, right? That's quite a distinct feeling. And yeah, let us see what the ancient pyramids over there say story-wise. Maybe we can decrypt the message with some knowledge of them or stuff. That would be a cool thing. That would be a really cool thing. Okay, do I have... I do have enough for Another crate. Yes, sure. So I guess we should do one of them and replenish. So we really can take our time into in tier 1 over here to get a code and maybe fight some Subject 6 and Nightwalkers. And don't be stressed out too much. Because we are good for the pacing, right? So we have crates over there, not too many crates though. So we might be able to even get a lucky early code on them. I think it's too late. To turn the code in. Even if we get it in the next few minutes. Hello there. So I guess we just chill. And maybe we also collect some night blossoms, right? Could be a good time to do so. Oh, come on. One sucks a little bit. Okay, what do we have over here? There's this. We do already have a Subject 6 here. And it does so much damage, holy shit. It was, again, way more close than fine for my little heart. Of course, we have one of those suckers. Okay, so I really have found an enemy there with these claustrophretes, right? See you when we are over there again. Okay, so I really am not sure if it is the best thing to do stuff like this one more time, but I will try it. There's also Nightwalker over there. The Tremorsaur over there. There is a derp. Okay, so we can dash and should be able to get to our stuff. See you guys if I'm there, I guess. So, one more time. Maybe... Oh, why is there derp now? Okay, so I guess that isn't possible. Jesus. Yeah, the Nightwalker still had aggro, right? So when I opened the door there, it yeeted out. I guess I will stay here or skip the night, and then we will see to collect back our stuff. It's a bit unfortunate that we died there to the class repeat, and we aren't able to fight the Nightwalker properly and stuff for a quota, but it's fine. So, let's see. Also, level 2 does so much of a difference, right? The passive damage and health increase that does so much of a difference overall. Leveling your suit should never be underestimated for the overall gameplay. Alright, so... And I really think I never hated Closter Repeat so much in a playthrough. Okay, so... Here for you. For you. And now we can talk about you. You even go. Fine for me. So, where are you? There are two. Right? Like, you can fight them so easily. You can fight them so easily flawless, but... Oh. These class breeds, man. They really suck so hard. Suck on your face or stuff. But I don't know. I don't really know. And even if you get 1 or 2 hits from them, it's fine. Because you're not stuck with them. Jesus, I really hate class repeats. Holy shit. So where do we have the code? A5D, alrighty. So still pacing is decent. I will go and collect these corpses though. And I will leave, I guess, Echo over here. Because I don't need it necessarily. We only had those two, right? I don't really know if we fighted one earlier. But we will go only for these two, I guess. Sure. Okay, and then I think we put this one back to ship. Have fun. Put in A5D. A5D. So this one we can put here. This one we can put here. And this one we can put here. So. We don't really need the tier 3 code. If we will get it, nice. But I won't search for it if we won't get it for free. So I guess we just add on, it's all on the right area, right? Oh. I do usually have a different route here. Oh, I usually do have a different route here, but I will pivot a little bit. Put the oxygen somewhere else, like over here, where they're nearly was a boomboat that hit us, and oh, teleporters already over here. That's nice. I take that. For sure, I take that. That's a nice surprise. Okay. So we dance up a little bit and then see if we can find the memory fragment over there. Of course you are one. Of course, yeah, one of it. Jesus. I think it might be a good idea to still get one raid going. We don't have oxygen over here, so ancient tech, I guess. Ancient tech. Begin fragmented memory 6. I found another memory fragment. That's what I call them now. This one seems to be provide a memory. I've decoded the coordinates. Oh, I've decoded the coordinates. They translate to Sketchy. Oh, I have to visit back the footage there. They translate to Sketchy. And if that's not shady enough, it's located in the asteroid belt. Not really the most attractive place for docking our ship. But hey, apparently they've got some of the best burgers in the galaxy. Can't be too bad. I'll be quick. Get some fuel and get out. Besides, there seems to be plenty of other ships decked, so not a bad sign, right? And fragmented memory 6. Okay, so we are a bit on a hustle to get our oxygen back, but that's very, very interesting. I have to see back. I knew it started with S, the message earlier, but let me check a second. Okay, so interestingly enough, it seems like the decoded message or the encoded message really states something like a bunch of numbers replacing some of the yeah, brain, please stay with me. Some of the not numbers, the letters. Thanks, sorry. Replacing some of the letters from Sketchy and Belt, so the asteroid belt we just read about. So very, very interesting. Crazy. I guess we go just through this one. Of course, we have one over there. Okay. Seems fine though. So I will go to get a little bit of a box, I guess. Another. Right? Storage box. And then we might be able to collect a bunch of stuff at the second night as well. Like whole night blossoms and stuff. That would be very cool. Also, we can use our shrink ray over there. So, not the worst thing to do, right? We don't need this anymore. Because I'm not out here for forcing myself to collect anything. But instead, just wipe a little bit. And maybe we don't need to go to the subject, maybe the subject comes to us. Okay there. Oh, come on. That wasn't the same hitbox, I swear. Like this. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, there also is a statue. Okay. We still have one shrink ray and it should be full then. So I guess we will take no more unnecessary risks and just get back to where we come from. So we can collect a little bit more of night blossoms, right? That was the plan. Sounds like a good plan in my ears. And maybe this one can't be recharged, so it stays. Maybe we will also be able to get some derbs and night walkers. Okay then. Or like a worm. One more time, please. I need to scan you, my friend. Please. You can also take the time to collect those. So when I get it right, the story goes something like we had an earlier life, maybe a life of a human then, and where somehow I guess it will turn out like something we were transformed into the robot, so that is why we remember feelings and stuff. And maybe we were earlier at low fuel for our ship and stranded then, or get a burger at Sketchy's and were turned into these robots, which is really, really interesting for me as a player, which did early access, where these robo skins weren't a thing. So we were all humans on Sketchies. And then when we failed quota, we maybe get, because it stated you don't know what happened when you fail quota, right? So maybe the early access players are part of the lore, right? At least a little bit. So the early access experience is part of the journey of the original story journey, which is really, really cool if it is intended like this. And even if not so, it is a really nice coincidence, because I really think the early access and all the feedback of the community and stuff did quite a nice thing for this game. And I'm also proud to be a part of this journey. So maybe, just maybe, it is a little bit intended, which would be very, very cool. And then, now on full release, we get turned into robots. Also, it's just so perfect for my group, especially because we have this other very high file, and we just said, nah, for full release we really need to start over again with a fresh file, fresh memories on the robot skin, and that's just so fitting. It's very, very cool. So we leave our human past behind of early access and start over with a fresh file. And turns out we are written, we are not written like a book, but read it like a book. And just did what the story is. That would be very cool if it is some kind of plot twist going for something like that. That would be very cool, especially for the early access players. I don't think early access or stuff will be mentioned in this specific way, but let alone that the story is written like this gives me kind of a smile. Even if not intended from Halo. So, you little bot there. Give me what you have there. This should be our last Night Blossom for this night. So I don't know if I will get for the code. I think I'm also more than happy that we have a quick episode. So I think we will leave this planet early. Because we should have more than enough quota collected as well with these three. And those guys. And yeah, that sounds just about right. So we can leave early on and head back to Sketchy's Belt, where we will see how the story unfolds in the next episode. So, yeah, thanks for watching, I guess. I will put in the quota as usual and prepare with another oxygen and crates or stuff. Maybe I will head also to a black market. We have to see how the conditions are for us. But until then, see you next time. Ciao, ciao.